The Mississippi River is rising and wrecking homes, crops, and businesses in its path. The flooded river has forced many residents in the Mississippi Delta to flee to higher ground. 19 casinos along the river will also be shut down by the end of the week because of damage. The shutdowns could cost governments up to $13 million a month. The river is expected to hit the poorest parts of the country in the next few days. Well, we haven't seen much of that rain today, but we've seen plenty of humidity. Leah Fries has the weather for us. Leah?
That's right, guys. There is plenty of humidity going on out there. Right now, conditions partly cloudy. It is still really warm, though, outside. You can probably catch a few rays of sun despite some of those clouds. Taking a look outside, we currently are at 75 degrees. That's a look at OU's campus. Sun is shining. People are in shorts, t-shirts, flip-flops, ready for the warm weather. Definitely no coats, no umbrellas quite yet, but people can hang on to those and get ready to bring them out later today. Our current conditions, currently the humidity is at 84%. It's a little bit humid out there. I don't know if you've been outside yet. Also, light winds, pressure is at 29.94 inches of mercury, and our visibility is at 9 miles, which is a pretty clear day. Also, looking at the almanac, our daily average today is 73, so right now we're 2 degrees above that. We might actually rise even a little bit further, and daily low is at 45, so luckily we're not quite that low today. Record is 88, which we are approaching, but it's not going to be quite that warm, and a low of 27. Sun rose this morning at 6:19, and the sun will set this evening at 8:31. Looking around the state, Cleveland here is at 73, Toledo also at 73, Canton 74, Columbus 76, Dayton's is warmer at 78, Cincinnati's the warmest at 81, and here in Athens, like I said, we are at 75 degrees. Also looking at the Ohio radar, there's a big, all of this flooding is coming from this system that's moving through. It's hitting the areas around Athens, which is causing a lot of, road closing, school closing, things like that. So just like we said before, be really careful when you're driving of the possible high water that you might experience. Also looking at our national radar, you can see a lot of what's happening in the U.S. is, in the Midwest where we are. There are some low pressure systems that are moving towards Ohio, and as you see, we do have some action in the southern part of Ohio where we are located, and that's where all of that rain and flooding is coming from. In our day planner this afternoon, as you're picking the kids up, 81 degrees, pretty sunny, may experience some clouds. Like I said, that rain is expected to start this evening at 5 p.m., so when it's about 6, your temperature is going to go up to 84, but you are going to see some of those showers. 9 o'clock this evening when you're getting ready for bed, temperature may drop down to 75, still pretty warm evening, and that's where you may see some of those showers. We have a 30% chance of showers throughout the day. Also tonight, temperatures are going to be around 60 degrees. And that's actually the low. It actually may be warmer than that, like I said, 75 around 9 o'clock. And isolated thunderstorms. And then tomorrow, we're going to look at a warm temperature of 84, may continue to have higher temperatures, 40% chance of rain, so we may not see quite as much sun tomorrow as we did today. So guys, it is going to be warming up. It's good to finally see some consistently warm temperatures, but we do have to watch out for that rain that's going to be happening.
Excellent. Thank you, Leah. Well, if you're planning on spending your day out on the town, why not stop by and listen to some music?
And see what else is going on around Athens in today's community calendar. Well, Kirsty, the Cleveland Indians have been doing very well this season. How are our local teams doing?
You know what, they're doing pretty good, but actually Federal Hawking's tournament opener against River Valley last night was postponed, but not because of rain, because of darkness this time. With the sky getting darker, the Vikings put 4 runs across the plate to tie the game at 11 and 7th. The Lancers failed to rally in the bottom of the inning, and the score is tied at 11 through 7 innings. The game will reconvene at 5 p.m. in Stewart, and it will be at the top of the 8th. Before the darkness settled in Bookdale, Nelsonville, York, and Wellston battled in a rare intra-TVC postseason matchup. As Rob Schreier tells us, one pitching performance could change the community mindset of his team.
Like Nelsonville, York baseball is not normally, we're not about baseball really at all. Our school's all football.
Buckeye pitcher Nathan Dean had a mission in the opening round of the high school baseball playoffs to put Buckeye baseball on the map. He and his team did just that, winning in the postseason for the first time in 2 years, 6-0 over Wellston. Already up 1 in the first inning, Jacob Perkins jacked a 3-run homer to center field, the first long ball of his career. 3 batters later, Albert Fox hit a double to bring home Dakota Hook and Alex Swingle. After Nelsonville York put 6 runs on the board in the bottom of the first inning, the game was won here at the mound with a stellar complete game pitching performance by Nathan Dean. He silenced the Wellston bats with 10 strikeouts and no runner advanced past second base on a hit.
Probably the best game I've ever seen him pitch. He was a competitor. He was ready for it all day at school. He was talking to me every period. He's a competitor. He's the quarterback on the football team. He's a great role player on the basketball team. He knew what it took to win tonight.
From the dugout, Dean's performance wasn't a surprise.
Nathan's always been a good pitcher. It's just a matter of him not getting down on himself when he throws occasional bad pitch, and as long as he keeps his head, he can put it out there the whole game.
Next up for NY, a Friday date with TVC Ohio champs Megs. If the Buckeyes want to claim a sectional crown, they'll have to keep the pedal to the floor.
After the first inning, we kind of died with our intensity a little bit. We became content, and that's one thing I've been preaching with our team, is not to become content this year. So hopefully we keep that up against Megs.
For Athens Midday, I'm Rob Schreier.
Megs is the #1 seed in the sectional bracket, coasting to 16 wins this season. In 2 contests against the Marauders this year, the Buckeyes lost both by a combined score of 12-2. Also in sectional tournament play, the Athens Bulldogs will battle the Waverly Tigers in a Division II semifinal game that was postponed to today. The two will play at 5 p.m. at the Veterans Administration Memorial Stadium near Chillicothe. On the softball field, 2 games are slated for 3 Athens County high schools. The Athens Lady Bulldogs will travel to Warren to take on the Lady Warriors at 5 p.m. tonight in the Division II sectional semifinal. And in the Division IV sectional semifinals, 2 TVC Hawking rivals will take the field tonight. The Federal Hawking Lady Lancers will take on the Trimble Lady Tomcats at 5 p.m. tonight in Gloucester. Moving on up to Ohio University baseball, they clawed their way to a huge victory against the Dayton Flyers last night, winning 10-3. Bobcat fielder Adam Gesowich had 2 RBIs, and designated hitter Seth Stretch had 3 RBIs and 2 runs. The 2 combined made up 7 of the Cats' 13 hits. The Bobcats got on the board quick, and Coach Carbone says that helped clinch their victory.
It's always good when you can jump out in front early and everybody's a little bit more relaxed, and pitchers can throw the bigger part of the plate, and you let your defense do the work. So that was good. That was a good feeling to jump out and get some runs on the board early.
The Bobcats will be at Bob Wren Stadium this weekend for a 3-game series against Akron. The Battle of the Bricks will take place in Akron tonight, as Ohio and Miami will play each other in the first round of the Mid-American Softball Championship. The Lady Bobcats are the MAC East champions and are seeded 2nd overall. The Lady Redhawks enter the tournament seeded 7th. OU and Miami split the series when they met earlier this season, and the Bobcats ended their regular season winning 7 of the last 9 games. The games get underway at 5 p.m. at Firestone Stadium. The Cleveland Indians pulled out their 14th straight home game win against Tampa Bay last night, 5-4. A close game throughout, the Rays' pitching seemed to give the game away. Check this out. In the 6th inning, Juan Cruz throws a pitch in the dirt, allowing Jack Hanahan to score and put the Indians up by 2. Tampa Bay's Evan Lagoria isn't about to give up that easily as he hits a solo home run in the 8th inning to tie the game. But with the bases loaded during the bottom of the 9th, Kyle Fransworth cracked under pressure and walks Michael Brantley. Carlos Santana scores on a walk-off walk, adding another home game win to the Indians' record. The Indians play again tonight at 7:05 to hopefully increase their winning home game record. Moving on to Cincinnati, they say everything's bigger in Texas, and I guess that includes losses. The Cincinnati Reds crushed the Astros 7-3 last night. The Reds grabbed an early lead with this 2-run homer by Jay Bruce, bringing the score up 4-0. The real highlight of the game was the scoreless 7 innings that the Reds' Homer Bailey pitched. Check this out. Bottom of the 7th, the 2 men on, and Bailey strikes out Astros' Rob Johnson to end the inning. The Reds and Astros will meet again at 2 p.m. today. Well, guys, I'd love to see that our Ohio teams are doing great.
It's amazing, especially the Indians with that 14 consecutive win at the home. Yeah, it's great.
It's always nice to see.
Thanks, Kirsten.
Well, finally today, up in the sky above the Grand Canyon, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Jetman. That's what visitors at the Grand Canyon saw over the weekend. A Swiss daredevil jumped out of a helicopter wearing a jet-powered set of wings with his body as the steering mechanism. The Jetman flew from 8,000 feet and reached speeds up to 190 miles per hour. He finished by parachuting to the ground. The Jetman has already completed flights over the English Channel in Lake Geneva.
Tonight on Newswatch, find out what the local effects are from global climate change.
And tune in to Athens Midday tomorrow to see how a group is raising money for a local humane society. Have a great afternoon.